Basara stands at the 30, kicking left to right. And here is the kick. Gets that left leg into it. It's a low kick. Going to bounce once. Fielded at the 10. He's up to the 15-20. Finds a lane up to the 25-30. And then tackled down. Going to be marked down. Spotted at the 34. So Belton will start at their own 34, traveling right to left. And Taylor Peterson texts in something that I can't read over the air. So we will just thank you, Taylor, for... We'll let the listeners at home speculate as to what that might have been.
It could be anything at this point.
Belton traveling right to left. Ball is on the far hash at their own 34. 2 wide receivers set. Jimenez stands in the shotgun. Tight end comes in motion. It's going to be a handoff inside. Crosses the line of scrimmage. Gets up to the 40. Still churning those legs, and pickup of 9 on first down. And that was Javier Luna with the carry. Sophomore running back for Belton. Same formation for the Tigers. This time handoff right side, right tackle. Oh, and he's going to be tackled down in the backfield. Loss of about 4. Deshaun Fisher with the tackle in the backfield, and there's a Belton Tiger offensive lineman upfield down after the play.
That looks like Wyatt Story down about the 50-yard line, offensive lineman.
I'll tell you what, Deshaun Fisher was pretty fired up after that tackle. He's one of these 26 seniors here on senior night, his final night here playing in front of his home crowd. With the injury, we'll have 3rd and about 5 when play resumes here. Did you say who the player down was?
I did. It was number 63, Wyatt Story, a junior offensive lineman for Belton. He's still down on the field, sitting up now.
He's had a good year.
Looks to be a knee.
Yeah, he's being helped off the field with one of those student trainers.
I was a student trainer.
Were you really?
Yes, and it's a hard job, and it's a sad job too. Having to, there's a lot of injuries out there, and you gotta be ready.
So you were a student trainer for the football team?
For the soccer team, yes.
Okay. So 3rd and 4. Ball spotted at the Belton 40. Snaps back to Jimenez, handoff right side, met immediately at the line, and he is not going to get the first down. Doesn't even get across the line of scrimmage. Great job by that Waco High defense there. And so Belton will punt here, going 3 and out on their first possession.
Jerome Ratliff back for the return, and here we go on the first rendition of punter versus kick return.
And I want to correct myself. I've been saying Jimenez, but that was Riley Madden out there at quarterback, number 7, sophomore for Belton. So Belton, punter stands at his own 28, now kind of rolls rugby style. Could have run it for a first down if he wanted to. Gets that right leg into it, bounces at the 20, takes a Belton bounce to the 15, and now it's going to roll to a stop, and it's going to be down at the Waco High 12. So a really nice punt, and I think that was Logan Smith for Belton who punted that. Just waited forever to punt that ball.
That allowed the Belton defenders to get all the way down the field, and Ratliff never had a chance to field that ball.
Which
very effective style. Waco High can't get any pressure on the punter.
Yeah. Maybe look for Waco High to make an adjustment next time Belton has to punt the ball. So Nate Rainier will get the start tonight at quarterback. 3 wide receivers set. Ridge in the backfield, and Ridge is going to get the handoff right guard, breaks a tackle at the 14 and gets up to the 16. Pickup of 4 on first down, 2nd and 6 coming up.
That was a good push by that offensive line.
Same formation. Snaps back to Rainier. He's going to throw quickly right side. Caught by O'Neal at the 15, up to the 20, breaks a tackle, and up all the way, spot him at the 27.
Great job by the receiver. I was not expecting much. They had about one blocker over there for 3 defensive Belton players, and the wide receiver still made good yardage on the play.
Waco High, as they've kind of done all season long, keeping that base personnel out there. So 1st and 10, ball at the 27. Now Ratliff will come out of the backfield and line up in the slot. Handoff is to Ridge, left guard. Going to get maybe a gain of 1. Gets up to the 28, so 2nd and 9. 9:17 here left in the first quarter. Waco High here on their opening possession after forcing a 3 and out on Belton's opening possession. And now Rainier will look to the sideline for the audible here. Ratliff stands to his left, Ridge behind him. And Rainier's going to look to throw pump fakes. Got pressure, now rolls out to the right side, throws right side, just going to throw that one away. Flag comes in late, going to be roughing the passer, so at least I think it's going to be roughing the passer.
I think that's the call for sure, Bryan.
Yeah, Rainier looks kind of visibly upset after that. And even though there were 3 offensive linemen around him,
that's going to move the ball close to midfield for Waco High, putting them at about the 44-yard line.
So a huge penalty here on 2nd and 9, and now Waco High at their own 44, again traveling left to right. Three wide receivers set. Rainier in the pistol, and now Williams comes in motion to the left. Handoff is to Ratliff, right side. He crosses midfield, 45-40. Breaks a tackle at the 40, up to the 30, 20, and out of bounds there. Huge pickup of about 36 yards by Jerome Ratliff on the run down the right sideline.
Ratliff shot through that hole. It wasn't a big opening, but as soon as he got through it, there was a lot of open field. Made a guy miss to get about an extra 10 yards. First down for Waco High.
Yeah, Waco High in business here on the Ratliff run.
These wide receivers are doing a good job blocking. Mike Davis with a good block downfield.
Yeah, there was some great blocking last week in the game against Temple on a couple of drives for Waco High. Ball is at the 20. Rainier's going to throw right side. Oh, jumped by the Belton receiver, and O'Neal never had a chance. Tackled for a loss of about 5. Pushes the Lions back to the 25. So 2nd and 15. 8:18 left here in the first quarter. 0-0. Waco High and Belton.
That takes them back to the 25-yard line.
2 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Rainier has Ratliff to his left, Ridge to the right. Snaps back. Handoff is to Ridge coming left side, left guard. Going to get ahead. Oh, no, the scrum keeps pushing forward. That Waco High offensive line pushing Ridge, and he's going to get all the way up to the 15-yard line. Pickup of 10 on 2nd and 15.
That looked to be dead at about the 20, but they got an extra 5 yards there in that rugby-style scrum.
Yeah, it looked exactly like a rugby-style scrum. There were, I think all but maybe 4 guys in that scrum as that Waco High offensive line just leaned on the Belton defenders.
Yeah, we got some big boys up front. I'm sure they're going to want to continue to establish that dominance up front, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. 3rd and 5. Handoff is to Ratliff coming right side, trying to get the edge. Now cuts back and going to be tackled down 3 yards shy, maybe 2 yards shy of the first down marker.
It'll be interesting to see what Waco High decides to do here. It's definitely manageable 4th down. It appears they're going to go for it. They're bringing in a whole new personnel group.
I think they're going to kick it, Matt.
Kick it.
Yeah.
Which
it's a
you should be excited about.
Yeah, Matt, this was one of your you didn't call it a key to the game, but you kind of did when you were talking about how excited you were about the kicking game. And
you couldn't ask for better conditions. A left-footed kicker at the right hash. Perfect visual.
Basara is going to kick this. Oh, it's blocked, and it's going to be fielded by a Belton defender at the 25. He's up to the 40, across this midfield. 40, got a man in pursuit, but he's going to take it all the way to the end zone. And Belton, on the blocked field goal, takes it 80 yards for the touchdown. They lead Waco High 6-0. Extra point to come. It was just a low kick, and go ahead, Matt.
There was a high snap, which I think contributed to a little bit of threw off the timing there. The kick seemed to be a knuckleball low, as Bryan said.
Yeah, and the recovery for Belton was Jonah Jimenez, and Nate Rainier was in pursuit, but was not fast enough to catch up to Jimenez. So here is the extra point by Logan Smith. Snaps back, holds down, kick is up through the uprights, and so Belton on the special teams, we talked about it in pregame, special teams, they take the early lead over Waco High, 7-0, 6:18 left in the first quarter. Belton with the 7-0 lead over Waco High. A kickoff here to come on the 80-yard blocked field goal return. Hey guys, we got a couple of shout-outs we need to work in before this kickoff.
Yes, sir. We have Ivy and Edward Peterson. They're watching from Lorena, Texas, just down the road. Biggest Waco High fans in Lorena. So that's good to hear.
Yeah, we want to thank really the entire Peterson family, but especially Ivy and Edward for tuning in. Thank you guys for, they probably do this every Friday night.
I think it's just their,
they go out in the backyard, they jump on the inflatables, and then they come inside and they kind of, just hang out around the radio. Logan Smith to kick this one off here from his 40. It's a low kick, fielded and downed by Xavier Williams at the Waco High 32. Guys, I got another shout out or two. I want to give a shout out to Selena Bradley, who is also tuning in. She probably took a break. She probably woke up for this, actually, if we're being honest. She probably went to sleep and then set her alarm and woke up, said, I'm going to listen to the Waco High broadcast.
I heard that Selena is an unbelievable soccer player.
Have you?
That's what I heard. There's rumors going around the town about her.
The other football.
Her football skills.
We also want to thank Candy Perkins for listening. Thank you, Candy, for tuning in. Waco High, that offense back out onto the field now. 3 wide receivers, 2 right, 1 to the left. Rainier, handoff to Ridge. Oh, this is going to be blown dead. False start, I think.
Looks like about two of the offensive linemen on the right side took off just a bit early.
Well, they've been having so much success early that they just got so excited they just took off just a little too soon.
Settle back, Waco High up 5 yards. Good number of the Belton fans made the trip up I-35 here tonight. Hear their band playing. Now 4 wide receivers for Waco High. Ball's on the near hash. Lions trailing Belton 7-0. This is a handoff to Ridge. Oh, and he's tripped up crossing the line. Going to fall forward for about a gain of 2. So ball's now at the Waco High 30. They need the 43 for a first down. 2nd and 14. Just under 6 minutes left here to go in the first quarter. Hey, do we know what Edward and Ivy dressed up as for Halloween? No, we don't. Okay. Now Rainier looks to throw, pumps out at the right side, now throws right side, caught by Wells at the 40, breaks a tackle, spins out of it up to the 45-50, and out of bounds at the Belton 47. Nice job by Wells.
If I'm not mistaken, they went as high school football players from Waco.
Okay. That's how big of Waco High fans they are. So Waco High with the ball at the Belton 47. Rainier in the pistol. This is going to be a handoff to Ratliff coming right side. Gets the edge up to the 45-40 and then out of bounds at the 36. Great run by Ratliff.
Ratliff has a way of making making something out of nothing. Not much was there, but he ended up with 12 yards. Waco High dominating on the ground thus far.
But trailing on the scoreboard, they trail 7-0. 5:29 left here in the first quarter, but the Lions moved the ball really well on their first possession, got down to 4th and 2, decided to kick. They're now at the Belton 36, and Rainey is going to throw this one right side over the wide receiver, incomplete. Just overthrown. Was looking for O'Neal down the right sideline. He kind of stopped his route, came back, and it looked like Rainey expected him to keep running up the sideline.
Yeah, they like that matchup. It's one-on-one coverage.
So same formation. Now Rainey is going to hand this one off. Ratliff, nope, coming right side. Yeah, it is Ratliff. Jukes his way up to the 30.
Again there, Ratliff was, 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage with 2 guys in hot pursuit. Was able to get by them and then make a few guys miss to get back into manageable third down situation, just 3rd and 4.
Yeah, you actually kind of had to jump over a Belton defender. And Ratliff can jump. A couple times this season, he's done kind of like some back handsprings. What is that thing called? Handspring?
Handspring. When you put your
running out onto the field. So here is the third down play, 3rd and 4. Ridge running left guard, and he's going to be just shy of the first down. Flag comes in after the play. There was some jawing on the previous play, and I think the referees are going to try to put a stop to that.
They've seen enough.
I didn't see anything in particular. It's a big scrum down there. It's hard to tell who they are looking at here. It seems to be pointing to a Belton defender, though.
32, maybe.
And hopefully that is the result of this play. Guys, also want to thank Tom Nesbitt for listening in from Austin, Texas. Wish you were here tonight, but we know you're here in spirit.
Everything I know about broadcasting I learned from Tom Nesbitt.
Yeah.
I've spent hours listening to old radio Waco High games in preparation for this moment.
He's been doing this since the 70s, correct?
I don't know on that. We'd have to check that.
Okay, well, let me check my numbers.
I've got to think that Waco High is going to go for this. It'd be quiet. I'm not sure, how far the Waco High kicker's range is, but
yeah, it would be. They're still talking about whatever this penalty is. There's been no indication yet. Kind of wonder if they're debating whether or not to make this kind of an offsetting deal where it's on both teams. So there's a personal foul called, face mask on, I think, number 91 of the defensive line for Belton, and so I thought that was going to be unsportsmanlike conduct based on when it was called. But so this is automatic first down, 15 yards for Waco High, and now Waco High for the second time inside the red zone. Ball is at the Belton 14. .424 here to go in the first quarter. Waco High trailing Belton 7-0. For the second consecutive possession, Waco High knocking on the door here. Handoff is to Ratliff. Now he pitches back on the reverse. Breaks the tackle in the backfield. He's up to the 20, 15, and out of bounds. And maybe the 14 or the 13. And that was Ridge running left side. Pitched back to Ratliff. So Ratliff was the runner.
That was almost, Waco High averted a disaster there. Ratliff had to break a tackle at about the 25-yard line to get free and barely get back to the line of scrimmage there.
Just heard back, Tom Nesbitt has been broadcasting since 1978, mostly through a baby monitor then, but handoff this time left guard up to the 10. How old would Tom have been in 1978? That can't be right.
At least 62.
We're going to have to fact check that again. So gain of 5 on second down. Ball's now at the 9-yard line. They need the 4 for a first down. Really call it the 3.5. 3rd and 6.
I'd look for them to go up top, one-on-one coverage.
Two wide receivers right, one to the left. Handoff is to, no, Rainier keeps it, throws right side. Ball's caught at the 6, up to the 2, and out of bounds at the 1.
Ratliff on the catch there. Great catch. That he almost had to pick that off of his shoelaces. He was wide open, but pass was a little bit low. Good catch by him and able to stay vertical and make something out of that play.
Yeah, Rainier faked me out on that one because I could have sworn Ridge took the carry running left side. Ratliff was out there, and yeah, Matt, if it had been a little bit better throw, Ratliff probably gets into the end zone on that, but nevertheless, it sets up 1st and goal. Ball is at the 2-yard line. Two wide receivers, one to the right. Rainier hands off to Ridge, hit at the line, pushing forward, going to be down, mark him down at the 1. So a gain of 1 on first and goal from the 2.
Great job by Belton there. They had a defender jump behind the line of scrimmage, and first contact made it about the 3-yard line. Ridge was able to push it back up to the line of scrimmage, though.
So 2nd and goal, ball is at the 1. Under 3 minutes left here to go in the first quarter. Waco High on their 2nd offensive possession. Just marching it down the field here methodically. And this is going to be a handoff to Rodriguez inside, across the goal line, and Waco High counters the returned blocked field goal. It's now a 7-6 ball game, extra point to come.
That was a really impressive drive.
Waco High continues their dominance on the ground.
Yeah, a really effective run game mixed in with some short passes to those wide receivers on the right side, and also trying to get Ratliff making this Belton defense run all over the field and punching it in this time. Once they got into the red zone, Waco High trails 6-7, but here is the extra point from Basara. Kick is up. Higher kick this time through the uprights, and so Waco High ties this ball game. 2:39 left here in the first quarter. You're listening to Waco High football on 101.3 FM. Tackled back for a 1-yard loss. Handoff went to somebody.
Number 2, DeMonte Smith, and there was just nowhere for Belton to run. We had about 4 defenders in the backfield pushing their linemen back. Belton's going to have to start throwing the ball a little bit. They have had no luck on the ground so far.
Yeah, and that defense for Waco High is all kind of huddled up around the line of scrimmage. Not really any safety back deep, sensing that Belton doesn't have much of a passing attack. Snap goes to Madden. This is a handoff inside. He's got a lane up to the 50 and up to the 45. The Waco High 45. That was a handoff to Smith. Nice pickup there on 2nd and 11. Sets up 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2 from the Waco High 45. Madden stands at the 50-yard line. He's going to hand this one off to Smith, running left tackle. Cuts back inside, pushes forward, and is going to have enough for the first down. I say that he's kind of right at the line.
It looks like they're moving the chains.
Yeah. You know, I've noticed high school officials really very seldom do they ever bring the chains out.
No time for that.
It's like, close enough for government work, so, just move the things along.
That was a great move by Smith there in the backfield. He had one defender to beat in the Waco High in the backfield and was able to get by him and get just enough for the first down there.
So 1st and 10 at the Waco High 43. 2 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Madden handoff inside, huge hole, breaks a tackle at the 35 up to the 31 and mark him down at the 30. Pickup of 12 on first down.
As soon as I said Belton's going to have to throw the ball a little bit, they've started getting some push. 2 long runs here. See if Waco High can sturdy up their line and get some push here again. They're playing with 9 in the box right now.
Yeah, they've got
trying to dare them to throw.
They've got the numbers. Waco High, that is, should theoretically have the numbers. Belton in that same formation now. Receiver comes motion left side. Madden handoff. Smith across the line up to the 30. It's actually this is a 25. Pickup of 5. 2nd and 5 to come. This could be the end of the first quarter. Belton may get this one off, not sure. And now a whistle blows before the Oh, no, the game clock does expire. So into first quarter, when we come back, we'll have 2nd and 5 from the Waco High 25. It's all tied up here, 7-7. You're listening to Waco High football on 101.3 FM. Back at Waco ISD Stadium to start the second quarter. Belton and Waco High all knotted up here at 7-7. Belton, though, here on their second offensive possession, moving the ball down the field, down at the Waco High 25 for 2nd and 5. James Settles for Waco High just sent me some stats. We'll have to get to those here in a minute for the first quarter, but we've got 2nd and 5 here first. Now man comes in motion for Belton from right to left. Madden fakes the throw, handoff, right guard, up to the 20 and then pushed back, but forward progress it looks like. Oh no, they mark him just shy of the first down marker, spotted down at the 21. He needed the 20. The line official had initially run out at the 20 and then kind of backed his way up to the 19.
It'll bring up 3rd and a long one. See if Waco High can get some push and force them to make a tough decision here for 4th down.
Ball is on the near hash. 2 wide receivers to the short side, 1 far out to the left.
Again with 9 in the box.
Madden going to hand this one off again. Inside, kind of shifts his way through the line and gets forward for a gain of about 3. So first down, Belton. Spot the ball at the 18. Chains move, and now Belton in scoring territory here to start the second quarter. Keegan Wolf getting a lot of the carries on the last couple of plays. He substitutes out. Now Madden fakes the handoff, throws right side, ball's caught at the 20, makes a man miss up at the 15, and then tackled down at the 13.
That was Bryan Henry, a sophomore tight end. Belton seems to have a lot of young players.
They do. It's a young football team.
It's also a young man's game.
It is.
Yeah, I think all the guys out there are under 18.
Okay.
Tackle was made by a number 35, I think, for Waco High, who is not on the roster. Or if he is, I can't find him. So 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5 for Belton. Traveling left to right. Madden, handoff, right guard, breaks the tackle at the line, now pushed back. Gain of about 1.
Great job there by Waco High. That'll bring up the 3rd and about 4.
That was Javier Luna with the carry for Belton. Talking about this young Belton team, sophomore running back. Belton, just like Waco High, really kind of taking their time in between these plays. 9:36 left here in the second quarter, 7-7 ball game. Madden does a hard count, tries to get the Lions to jump. They don't. 9 seconds left on the play clock. 6, 5, 4, 3. Now Madden does hand off Jimenez. Met immediately at the line and tackled there. No gain. So it's going to set up an interesting decision here. 4th and 2. 4th and a long 2. And it looks like Belton is sending out the field goal unit. So Logan Smith will come out to kick this one. His long on the season is 33 yards. This will be a 28-yard field goal attempt. He'll kick this one away from the 18. Again, no real wind to speak of, and now it looks like Belton is going to call a timeout. There was about 9 seconds left on the play clock, and you don't really want to.
It's not a look right there for Belton. I don't see any obvious reason. There's plenty of time on the play clock.
You don't think they were going to have to rush that one?
They seem to all be set up.
Okay. So go ahead.
It's been interesting to see. They haven't, Belton's quarterback has been seemingly their entire offense based on their stats, yet I'm not sure he's
not playing tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that is news.
Yeah, he must be injured.
We should have said something about that.
Yeah, no, it's my fault because I called his name the entire first possession, not realizing that he wasn't out on the field. We're going to have to Graham Bronstein is in charge of research, and he's out this week, so I'm going to guess that he's out injured or something. But, yeah, it's been a lot of handoffs for Madden. Here is the Logan Smith kick. It is up, and it is through the upright. So Logan Smith gives Belton a 10-7 lead over Waco High. 8:39 left here in the second quarter. You're listening to Waco High football on 101.3 FM. Back at Waco ISD Stadium, where Logan Smith on the 28-yard field goal gives Belton the 10-7 lead over Waco High. Belton had great field position following the fair catch. That's not fair catch interference. I guess that's technically a late hit or something, but set up shop at their own 47, then marched it down the field, and Logan Smith capping it off with a 28-yard field goal attempt. So 10-7 is our score. Now Logan Smith is out there again to kick the kickoff. It's a high kick, going to be fair caught. No, through the hands of the Waco High receiver, and that is going to be recovered by Belton at the Waco High 21. It was a high kick, and it looked like
Xavier Williams called for a fair catch, but misjudged it. Went just over his head. Yeah, he was able to jump on the ball there.
He kind of had to turn his body and pull his hands back kind of behind his body, which you don't really want to do when you're trying to field a kick. I mean, I don't know that from experience. I just would imagine, and went right through his hands.
If you were able to watch the Baylor game yesterday, it was actually very similar to the muffed punt by R.J. Sneed.
Except I don't think Xavier Williams was interfered with.
He was not, unfortunately.
So Belton, again, I said they had good field position on their previous drive. This is excellent field position. Ball is at the Waco High 22-yard line. And Madden is going to hand this one off to Smith, dancing around in the backfield across the 20, up to the 19, and tackled there.
Waco High claims fumble, but it looks like the refs ruled the player down before he fumbled, so that'll bring up 2nd and 7 for the Belton Tigers.
And Jalen Ryans for Waco High will come out. Three wide receivers set, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. This is going to be another handoff running right tackle, trying to get the edge. Smith is at the 15, cuts upfield and along the sideline, and then hit hard out of bounds. Not hit out of bounds, but hit and then out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
Smith with the carry again, was able to get outside, make a couple guys miss, hurdled over some tacklers before being pushed out of bounds.
That was Naquavion Mathis for Waco High with a hard hit. But a great run by Smith puts Belton at the Waco High 5, 1st and goal. Smith stands directly behind Madden. And Smith is going to get the carry, now bounces it left side, trying to find something, maybe a gain of about 1-2 yards. Actually, just a gain of 1, so 2nd down, 2nd and goal from the Waco High 4. 7:34 left here in this second quarter. Belton over Waco High, 10-7. Waco High drove on their first possession all the way down the field, kicked a field goal, but it was blocked and returned 80 yards by Belton. That gave Belton a 7-0 lead. Waco High then answered on a 1-yard Adrian Rodriguez touchdown run, and then a few moments ago a 28-yard kick by Logan Smith. That gets us to our score. Now Madden's going to roll left side. First time he's run tonight, nowhere to go. Tackled at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
There was briefly a hold. It was quickly closed by the Waco High defenders. Great pursuit there to the ball. Madden thought he was free. He rounded the corner and met some mighty lines.
That's beautiful, Matt. Tackle credit goes to Deshaun Fisher there. So 3rd and goal, big 3rd down here for this Waco High defense. Trying to make Belton settle for another field goal here from the 3. Madden looks to throw, just kind of plants himself back in the pocket, throws left side, jumped by the Waco High defensive back, incomplete. Great coverage out there on the left side. And Madden kind of, usually you're kind of shuffling your feet back there. He was standing flat-footed.
He looks very Tom Brady-esque.
Tom
Brady tall in the pocket.
Yeah.
delivered a good throw, but just great coverage by the defender there.
Yeah, and
get a hand in there.
Naquavion Mathis, who had the hard hit on the near sideline, this time with coverage out on the far sideline. 2 great plays by him, and Belton is going to settle for a field goal. This will be a 20-yard field goal attempt by Logan Smith. Kick is up, and it is good. So Logan Smith with his second field goal of the night, but a big win for this Waco High defense to force Belton into the field goal. 13-7 Belton over Waco High. You're listening to Waco High football on 101.3 FM. We've now got our second field goal of the night. Logan Smith now with a 28-yarder and a 20-yarder. Our score 13-7 Belton over Waco High. And Matt, you got to be a happy camper right now with all the kicking we're seeing.
It's been wonderful. It's been a game of special teams. I can't imagine a better way to go. We've got Belton lined up again. Remember last time they did the pooch kick? I would expect to see that pooch kick again based on the outcome of last kick.
Yeah, it's worked well for him, and it's really neutralized Jerome Ratliff thus far. They did it on the... Yeah, didn't they do it on a punt? Yeah, they did. So here is the Logan Smith kick. This time it's a deep kick. Ratliff might have a chance. Fielded down at the 15, up to the 25, and up to the 30. Tackled down there. And was that Ratliff? Yes. Yeah. Surprised that they gave him an opportunity to return that. So Waco High now at the ball was marked down at the 30. It's been all Nate Rainier thus far tonight for Waco High, and for the first time tonight, Davion Long will come out as quarterback. Waco High was really moving the ball pretty well with Rainier back there, but Long now out there, and now they'll bring those 4 wide receivers in close to the line of scrimmage. Everybody between the hash marks. Handoff. No, Long keeps it. Running left guard. Cross the line up to the 35. Pick up a 5 on first down. They had 2 wide receivers out to both sides. Brought them in as blockers, and
it's a good job there by Long. He held on to that ball as long as he possibly could to trick the defender. Was able to make his way through a tight hole and pick up 6 yards.
He tricked me. So now another pre-snap shift here from Waco High. Long in the shotgun. He's going to hand off to Ridge running right side, looking for the edge up to the 35, 40. Cross the line to gain. First down, Waco High. Chains will move.
Very patient run there by Ridge. Stayed behind his blockers. Took what they gave him. 6 yards. If you do that every time, you're going to be a good football team.
Yeah, if you can average 6 yards a play, yeah. I think I'm not a math guy, but
here, let me get my
You've got
numbers.
3 chances to get 10 yards. And so that...
Yeah, no, I see how it works out there, but I'd like for Brendon to get that TI-83 out of my bag and run the numbers.
I'm on it.
So first down, 1st and 10 from the Waco High 41. They travel right to left. Long is going to hand this one off, coming left side. He's at the 40, up to the 45. He's got some room. Makes him a miss at the 45. Spins at the 40 and up to the 35. Actually, they're going to mark him back at the 36. But a great run coming left side that time. And that was... I don't know who that was. That was Ramond O'Neill who got the carry there.
Kobe Trevinger for Belton got up a little slow. He's actually down now. They're going to stop play for a bit while they tend to Kobe. He's a senior linebacker for Belton. He was limping a little bit before he decided, you know what, I need some help.
And it's okay to ask for help.
It is.
Thanks, fellas. That was a nice play there by Ramond O'Neill on the jet sweep. And nice run around the left side. Speaking of help, our halftime show is sponsored by DeShazo and Nesbitt. And I hope both of you guys know that if you're ever in an accident and if you need help, you can call Scott DeShazo with the DeShazo and Nesbitt Law Firm, and he will help you out.
Will they be here on the field?
No, they don't do I don't think Scott does these kind of accidents. Okay. I don't know that an injury. I don't know. I don't want to speak for Scott DeShazo, but yeah.
Kobe did get up, and he seems to be doing okay. So that's good that he went off under his own power. I expect to see him back in the game later today.
Yeah. So now we've got 1st and 10, play resuming here. Ball is at the Belton 36-0 and Waco High. That offensive line jumps.
They're trying to blame it on maybe encroachment on the defense. We'll see what happened there.
I don't think it's going to work, though. It's going to back Waco High up 5 yards. So it'll now be 1st and 15. 4:37 left here in this first half. Belton leads Waco High 13-7. All coming via special teams for Belton. A blocked field goal return for a touchdown and then 2 field goals. Long hands this one off. Nope, keeps it. And, man, Belton was all over that. Going to be tackled down in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. Just no chance of that play working at all. Long on the season, I think, has like a 45% completion rate. We've seen Waco High take shots down the field with him in at quarterback, but Belton really kind of selling out here on the run, bringing pressure up the middle and nowhere for Long or Ridge to go on that one. Tom Nesbitt texts in to say that Scott is actually, he couldn't be at the game tonight. He's at the Circle on the Saw handing out business cards right now. Thank you, Tom, for that valuable information. On 2nd and 15, Long looks to throw left side. He's got him in at the 25, 15, into the end zone. It's Ratliff for the touchdown, and Davion Long connects with Jerome Ratliff for 43 yards. And just like that, Waco High poised to take the lead here over Belton, tying this one up at 13-13.
Perfect pass there by Long. He had to throw that one over one other receiver and defender, threw it in there perfectly, led the receiver. He was able to catch it on the run, which allowed him to continue his momentum and get to the end zone untouched.
Yeah, he dropped that ball in there with enough room for Ratliff to catch it and cut up field before his momentum carried him out of bounds. Great pitch and catch. Now high snap, but Basara gets this kickoff through the uprights. Waco High takes a 14-13 lead over Belton. 3:32 left here in the first half. You're listening to Waco High football on 101.3 FM. Jerome Ratliff with a 43-yard touchdown reception, and Waco High now with a 14-13 lead over Belton. 3:30 left here in this first half. The Waco High offenses look good tonight.
It's hard to believe that Waco has the worst offense. I haven't seen many of their games, but they've dominated this game on the ground, and I haven't seen Long throw many passes this year. But the ones I've seen him throw have been really good. Yeah, well, I think he's 1 for 1, I believe.
He's thrown 1 pass.
So, maybe.
Yeah, that's a pretty good QB rating. Would you say, Brendon?
Yes, let me get my numbers together.
Brendon is all about the numbers here tonight, and so 43 yards on the Davion Long to Jerome Ratliff touchdown reception.
Let's see if Waco High goes back with the pooch kick. The way he has the ball angled, I'm expecting a pooch kick to the far sideline to number 81 at about the 30-yard line.
And we'll have to wait for that, Matt, because the ball, I think, oh no, I thought it blew off the tee, but there's no wind here, so I don't know why I thought that, but Waco High calls a timeout for some reason. There was 3 seconds left on the play clock.
I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever seen a timeout on a kickoff.
Yeah, I think the only time you'd say you see that typically is when a team is about to try an onside kick, and I don't think Waco High was about to try an onside kick, but what do I know? Hey, speaking of, we were talking about the DeShazo and Nesbitt halftime show a few moments ago. You'll want to stick around for that when it comes around. We'll have score updates from throughout the area. We'll have Graham Bronstein's interview with our Student of the Week. So we're also probably going to interview Matt Smith and just talk about DIY projects around your house. And,
very informative information.
Yeah. Matt's installed a sprinkler system, and
I've fixed my lawnmower a few times.
And that will be a riveting conversation.
Yeah.
So, stick around for that when halftime rolls around. Basara now back out there to kick this one off. It's a high, short kick, going to be bounces off the Belton player and out of bounds.
It's just going to be interesting to see
I think
the umpires have thrown a flag. You cannot kick the ball out of bounds. But it appeared that the Belton player,
I could have sworn that ball was touched.
That.
He certainly made an effort to try and catch it, and the ball went out of bounds, and then the line judge threw the flag.
I don't believe they have instant replay capabilities.
I think we do have one challenge.
They are okay. They do have the capability, but it's not a reviewable play. There's no reviews in high school football. I don't think they.
It appears they put the flag back in their pocket.
And the flag would have made a 1 yard difference. The ball is at the 34, so whatever.
Well, let's keep that in the back of our mind and. In case 1 yard ends up being
in case we need to protest this game. I completely agree.
This is a game of inches.
Belton traveling left to right. This is going to be a handoff to Smith. Cross the line. Pickup of about 4 on first down. That was not Smith. That was Luna on the carry. Just a dive play up the middle. 3:15 here left in the first half. Waco High over Belton, 14-13. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. 2nd and 6 here for Belton. 4 wide receivers set. Madden looks to throw. Throws a screen pass left side. Caught at the 35. Up to the 40 and tripped up there. Markham spot the ball at the 42. And on the reception was Bryan Henry, the sophomore tight end. He's slow getting up after the play. And by slow getting up, I mean he's not getting up.
That appears that was Robert Gonzalez again on the tackle. He's been all over the place today.
It's almost like he had a lot of candy yesterday.
No, that was Deshaun Fisher, Matt.
You see, there's one of our sheets is labeled Belton, and the other one's labeled Waco High. But
I almost said it, and I was like, I'm not going to do that to Matt. I'm not going to let people know that he was looking at the wrong team. That's the kind of guy you are. 3rd and 1 now. 2:49 left in the second quarter. 3 wide receivers set. Madden, QB keeper, makes a man miss in the backfield, cross the line, now getting pushed back, but I think forward progress. Well, Waco High is signaling like they have the football, and they do. Somehow that ball came out, and Waco High is going to end up with this at their Belton 40-yard line.
Great play by the defense, but you can't be happy if you're the Belton.
Yeah, there was kind of a scrum of players there. You couldn't really see what happened, and I don't even know if the ball ever hit the turf. No, a Waco High player just took it right out of Madden's arms, and that's why they didn't blow that play dead, because a Waco High player had the ball and was advancing towards the goal line. So a big play from that Waco High defense.
And Belton is fumble prone. They lead the district in fumbles. I believe they've got 19 fumbles on the year. Make that 20 now.
It's a crazy number. Long back out there at quarterback for Waco High, and now another stoppage of play, and it's going to be a timeout from Belton. But with 2:30 left here in the first half, huge opportunity here for Waco High to put some more points on the board. And Waco High, they kicked to begin this game, so they will receive to begin the second half. If you can put points on the board here and then receive to begin the second half, you've just got the opportunity for a huge point swing.
There's plenty of time here for Waco High to continue their ground game. There's no reason to rush. They've been dominating on the ground.
Continue the ground game. There's no reason to rush.
Yes, pun not intended. There's a reason to rush the football.
Yeah, but you want to be methodical about it, and you're saying they don't.
Right.
They don't need to go hurry up. They just need to stick with what's been working for them.
That's right.
Yeah.
Don't get too smart.
Just like that old trusty lawnmower.
That's right.
You don't go out and buy a new Honda or something. You fix what you got.
Massive switch here on the offensive line.
I think they call that the dippy-doo.
So long back in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers left. He's going to hand this off to Ridge, coming left side, cross the line, spins up to the 40. Actually, that's the 37, up to the 36. Pickup of 4. Sets up 2nd and 6. 2:20 left here in the first half. Belton with 1 timeout left. Waco High with 2 timeouts.
And they've got this quad formation on the near side again. We'll see if they stay with that or move some men in motion.
Yeah, 4 wide receivers stacked in kind of a diamond shape on the left side, 1 out to the right, and long throws quickly left side to Ridge. Caught. He has got those blockers up to the 35 and out of bounds at the 30. Enough for the first down. So the chains are going to move here. 1:50 left in the half. And he got out of bounds, so the clock stops. I say that the clock stopped for the chains to move, so the clock is now running again. 1:42 now on the game clock, and Waco High not really in any hurry here. Or as Matt might say, no need to rush.
That's right.
Same formation with those 4 wide receivers left side. Now Ridge comes into the backfield, handoff coming right side. Oh, and he's going to be drugged down in the backfield, tackled for a 4-yard loss. So that'll set up 2nd and 14, and Waco High is going to take one of their 2 timeouts here. Talk about what kind of play they want to run here on 2nd and 14 with 1:17 left here in the half. Again, they lead 14-13.
Still plenty of time here for them. They've got a little bit behind the chains. They'll need to make a good chunk of yards here, so they'll have a manageable 3rd down.
Yeah, I think if I'm Waco High here, I'm thinking about maybe drawing up some sort of like a screen pass. You see a lot of screen passes in high school football on 2nd and 3rd and long, and you see them because they work.
I'm kind of partial to that touchdown play they called last series. I don't know if there's a limit in how often you can use that play. But
we'll have Brendon check on that. He's still running. What is he still running the numbers on, that 6-yard whatever thing that Matt was talking about?
And the quarterback's completion rate, I'm still crunching some numbers there too.
You're having trouble dividing 1 by 1.
Well,
oh no! Snap past the quarterback.
Long wasn't ready for the snap. Just has to rush back and falls on top of it.
All the way back to the Waco High 44. It doesn't appear that Long was looking. I'd still looking to get the play in, looking at the sideline when that ball was snapped. Obviously some miscommunication there between him and the center.
Just kind of boggles the mind. That's coming out of a Waco High timeout.
That one hurts.
So now 3rd and 35, and if Tom Nesbitt was here, he'd have something clever to say for how long 35 yards is.
I would look for a screen pass here, especially on 3rd and long.
Yeah, run the touchdown play. We're down to 31 seconds left in the half, and with 3rd and 35, Waco High now, the play clock was running down. They're going to call their final timeout. Really here, Belton has 1 timeout left, so the probability of picking up 3rd and 35, Brendon, why don't you run the numbers on that? If you're Waco High here, I think at this point you're just trying to play for halftime, and
they have all the momentum right now, and what you don't want is for Belton to get the ball back and have one little trick play and score. Obviously, momentum doesn't exist, but if it did, Waco High just needs to keep the momentum, basically.
Yeah, so probably look for Waco High to maybe run this ball here, force Belton to use their last time out, and then punt the ball away.
Belton in their prevent defense with...
Yeah, this is like the max prevent defense here. Standing about 25 yards away from the line of scrimmage as those safeties. Long is going to throw quickly left side up to Ratliff. Caught at the 45, 50.
He's got some room.
He's got 40, 35, and tripped up and is going to be tackled down. Spot him down at the 29-yard line. 18 seconds left. Did he get out of bounds? They've stopped the clock.
Little home field cooking here on the clock operator.
Oh, I think he did. He landed out of bounds. Now the clock is running. Who knows whether he got out of bounds. Clock is running. 12 seconds. Long out there. 4th down, 4th and 9 in Waco High. They're not going to get this play in time. No play call from Waco High. So with 4th and 9 and a chance to run a play.
A little bit of a missed opportunity there for Waco High. Could have just heaved one into the end zone with time running out.
That's a momentum killer right there.
So Waco High, though, they will take the lead into halftime. They'll also receive to begin the second half. They lead Belton 14-13. You're listening to Waco High football on 101.3 FM.
Matthew Gutierrez, a senior defensive back on the near side. with Ratliff on the far side, both about the 10-yard line.
Does Belton go back to the floofy-doo kick is the question.
It's taken a while to get this kickoff. I don't know what a foofy-doo kick is, Brendon. Sounds made up. But you know, the way you said it leads the listener to know exactly what you're talking about, and that is really the unrealized brilliance of Brendon O'Reilly, ladies and gentlemen. But we're waiting to get this game kicked, the second half kicked off, because we're still waiting on the Belton band to make their way out the end zone and back up into the stands. They're behind the Belton team, and thus they can't take their spot on the sideline.
Bryan, you were a former band member. What do you think do you think they're feeling the pressure right now? What's going through their head as they're slowly making their way off the field right now?
I think they're feeling the opposite. I think they're glad that their halftime show is over, and now they're going to go back and probably eat a snack or two and fuel up for the second half. So, this is really, they did a great job performing, and they're probably feeling pretty good about themselves.
Okay.
Any other band questions you want to know the answers to?
Is it outdated, the band? Should we have a rock and roll band instead?
I believe, we've been to a few Valley Mills games, and I think they have a rock and roll band. I don't think they were able to fill a full band.
You think Valley Mills has a rock and roll band?
I do. That's where Jimi Hendrix, if I'm not mistaken, grew up in Valley Mills.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, if anybody's listening out there and they know that they want to, help us fact check all of this, please let us know. Waco High Radio, Twitter, Facebook, give us a comment.
We want to hear you, is what we're saying.
Yeah. Somebody look up foofy-doo kick or whatever Brendon said, see if that's actually a term. So now the Belton band is finally making their way up the ramp into the end zone, the right end zone, and so here is the Logan Smith kick. This one is a
there it is.
High end-over-end kick, fair caught, kind of bobbled, but caught by Xavier Williams at the Waco High 24, and so finally this third quarter is about to get underway. Again, Waco High over Belton, 14-13. Waco High took the lead on a Davion Long to Jerome Ratliff 43-yard touchdown pass.
And again, I think the key to this half is Waco High staying out of their own way, keeping it basic. They had a couple trick plays that resulted in some negative yards, a hold that put them behind the chains. Let's see if they can keep it simple and continue their ground game dominance.
So in a way, a lot like the Baylor game last night, Baylor kind of got in their own way there, and with a defensive effort that kept West Virginia in check the entire game with the exception of one play. And the Waco High defense has done a great job on this Belton offense without their, leading rusher and passing threat, with Madden filling in at quarterback. It's Long in there at quarterback for Waco High. He brings Ratliff into the backfield with him, joined with Ridge. Handoff is to Ridge, coming right side, tripped up across the line, falls forward for a gain of 2. 2nd and 8 coming up here for Waco High. So Long, it was Nate Raina for the, I think the entire first quarter. Then we saw Davion Long there in the second quarter, and Davion Long gets the start here to the second half. 2nd and 8, balls on the near hash, 3 stacked receivers out to the right. Now Ratliff comes in motion. Long botches the snap, ball's on the ground, gets back on top of it, but is down at the 20, loss of 7.
And again, it's Waco High just can't stay out of their own way.
Yeah, sets up 3rd and 15.
Which puts them in a
tough spot here.
Look for the screen pass.
Yeah, you want to be safe with the football here, kind of backed up in your own territory, and so they need the 35 for a first down. Long in the shotgun. Play action now, rolls out to the left side, trying to elude a defender, tripped up, ball's on the ground. Was he down?
I think the ground caused that fumble. We'll see if they call that down or if it's...
There's no signal yet.
I believe they are saying it was... Well, they're still huddling. Oh. And they give the ball to Belton.
Yeah, the back judge had thrown in his kind of fumble marker, and they're still talking about it, but the initial signal is first down Belton.
There is a flag on the play. although it's in the area of holding, which would not benefit Waco High at all.
So a huge, costly turnover by Davion Long, trying to escape the pressure out the backside of that pocket. And Belton at the Waco High 4-yard line. Just a horrible start to this second half. And if you're Long there, it's 3rd and 15. You just got to get rid of that or take the sack. And it's pretty clear on the replay that the ball caused the fumble. Would you agree with that, Brendon?
I would. Unfortunately, there aren't any challenges in high school, so, you know.
I mean, he's actually holding the ball, and you see it hit the turf with his hand. So poor call by the officials here. Ball's on the 4-yard line. Madden's going to hand this one off up the middle. Gain of maybe 1, maybe 2.
Good push there by the defensive line. We had a man in the backfield.
Yeah, so ball's now marked at the 2-yard line. Madden, to his right is Luna. Handoff is going to be to Luna. No, Madden keeps it around the right side, and he's into the end zone, goes 2 yards for the Belton touchdown. And Belton points off turnovers. Madden takes it 2 yards and poised to go up 20-14 over Waco High here. Just a zone read, and Madden did a nice job of reading the defensive edge for that Waco High defense. Called his own number and went into the end zone relatively untouched. So with 10:20 left, Belton now up over Waco High 19-14. Extra point here to come, and actually they will not kick an extra point. They're going to go for 2 here, trying to get it to a 21-14 game. Now man comes in motion. Madden's going to roll out to his right, looking to throw. Now cuts back, eludes a Waco High defender, rolling left side, throws over his receiver, incomplete. So the 2-point conversion attempt is unsuccessful, but Belton capitalizing on the Waco High turnover. They lead Waco High 19-14. You're listening to Waco High football on 101.3 FM. Back at Waco ISD Stadium, where Belton now up over Waco High 19-14. 10:20 left here in the third quarter. Davion Long fumbled on 3rd and 15 for Waco High. Ball was recovered at the 4-yard. I say he fumbled. He really didn't fumble, but it was ruled a fumble. And Belton recovering at the Waco High 4. And then Madden going 2 yards, right guard for the touchdown. So that gets us our score of 19-14.
I tried to signal the umpires to let them know they made the wrong call. Unfortunately, they didn't quite see us.
Oh, they saw you.
Here is the Logan Smith kick. This is a high end-over-end kick coming left side. Also to Williams. Catches it, although he runs into one of his own guys. Now trying to get a return here up to the 35 and brought down by a group of Belton defenders there. Really lucky that he caught that because there were 2 guys for Waco High. I think it was...
I couldn't see who the other player was.
2 guys for Waco High tried to make that catch, but Williams able to corral it. So now ball's at the Waco High 36. Again, traveling left to right.
We've got Reyna back out there at quarterback.
That was a tough series for Long last series.
4 wide receivers set. This is going to be a handoff right side up to the 40, 45. Rolls over a man at the 50, up to the 40, 30. It's Ridge, stiff arm at the 25, and then out of bounds at the 21. Great run by Jaden Ridge. Yeah, Ridge got the edge. Good blocking on the edge, and then ran over a man. And then laid a stiff arm on the Belton defender before he was pushed out of bounds.
All the way down to the 21-yard line. Gives Waco High some momentum again.
A huge pickup.
Bounced back a couple times.
Same formation. Ridge now stands to Rainia's right, though. And Ridge is going to get the handoff coming left side. Tripped up in the backfield. Dropped for a loss. Loss of about 5. Belton was all over that.
The defensive end came up the field untouched. Was able to make a great play on Ridge. He's very shifty. Has broken that tackle a few times this game, unable to that time. A great play by the Belton defensive end.
So 2nd and 15 here. Ball's marked at they haven't updated the scoreboard yet. Ball's at the 27. Play action. Rainia throws right side behind the receiver, incomplete. Was looking for O'Neal over the middle. Run kind of a quick 5-yard, 7-yard slant. And ball was probably thrown 3 yards behind him.
That was going to be a tough catch. There was a little bit of pressure on Rainier, though.
Yeah, he let go of that
on
one
the ground.
Yeah, he let go of it pretty quick. So 3rd and 16 here. I think at this point you're just trying to pick up enough yards to give your field goal kicker a better shot. They need to get to the 11-yard line for a first down. Rainier has the shotgun snap. Got pressure, throws, trying to set up a screen to Ridge, overthrows Ridge. It was set up. They had blockers downfield and just poor pass. So 4th and 15, and
this is kind of that in-between yardage. Must be out of the range of the field goal kicker.
Yeah, and if you...
Not really room to punt it, though. Ball on the 27-yard line.
You could always proof kick it.
Not many plays in the playbook for 4th and 16, but we'll see what they come up with here.
We'll get back to what a poof kick is, Brendon. 9:21 left here, and 4th and 15. Rainier looking to throw over the middle. He's got a man, caught at the 15, up to the 12, and just going to be shy of the first down. Belton was positioned perfectly on that. Ball was complete to Ratliff. And it was a nice throw from Rainier.
Perfect throw, hit him on the run. But unfortunately, Belton had about 4 guys back, and there was just nowhere for him to go.
Well, they were sitting at the 6.
Yeah, Belton had dropped those safeties to basically where the first down line was, and just a nice defensive effort from Belton, stopping him 1 yard shy. So Belton comes back out onto the field, leading Waco High 19-14. Here on their second possession of the half. Their previous possession started at the Waco High 4, following a fumble recovery.
Madden changing the play.
Yeah, 4 wide receivers set. 2 to the left, 2 to the right, and Madden's going to hand this one off to Smith up the middle, across the 15, up to the 16. Pickup of 2 on first down sets up 2nd and 8. Clock goes under 9 minutes here in the third quarter. They actually give him 3 on the first down run, so 2nd and 7. Same formation, ball on the near hash. Now receiver comes in motion. Madden hands off to the receiver on the jet sweep. Cuts upfield across the 15 and all the way up to the 18. Pickup of 3.
And again, it's Deshaun Fisher.
He's all over the place
making
today.
the play.
Yeah, here on senior night, one of those 26 seniors.
From his linebacker position. Shot out of a cannon.
The crowd are now on their feet
tackle
for third down.
Yeah, big third down here for this defense. Can really kind of flip the field position-wise here.
A little bit of confusion here on Waco's High as they scrambling in the backfield. They're set now.
Yeah, 3rd and 5. Madden is going to look to throw. Throws quickly right flat. Caught almost to the sticks. Are they going to give it to him?
It looks just short.
Great play by the Waco High defensive back.
He had a lot of open space in front of him. The Waco High defender closed that gap quickly.
And that was closed, I think, by number 35, who mentioned in the first half, not on the roster.
So Belton brings in the punting unit. It is
Waco.
4th and 1.
Yeah.
Waco High does not have anybody back.
They don't need anybody.
Sensing maybe on 4th and 1 that Belton might try something here, yeah.
A little bit of confusion.
Snaps back to the punter, who took his time last time. This time he gets it away a little more quickly. It's a long spiraling kick, lands at the 32, checks up there, takes a little bit of a Waco High bounce, and is going to be down at the 34.
Beautiful punt.
Yeah.
I can see why this guy's leading the district in punting. Perfect spiral, which you don't see often from rugby-style punters.
That's right, you don't. It's usually kind of a wobbly, low kick, low trajectory, but that was a really nice kick.
We were able to witness a unbelievably executed squib punt, which is very rare last night at the Baylor game.
Yeah. I don't think that term existed prior to that punt.
I'm not sure. It was about 7 feet off the ground, which is perfect, since there's not many 7-footers in football.
Yeah. And
right over their head.
And it was perfectly executed in the sense that it didn't hit anybody.
That's right.
If it had hit one person, that's the thing. It's a high-risk, high-reward kind of, squib punt strategy. Rainier throws quickly right side, kind of a floater over the hands of
Jaquan Wells.
Jaquan Wells on the right side, incomplete.
Nowhere for him to go even if he had caught it. A little bit of a slow developing play out to the sideline.
So 2nd and 10. Waco High with the short trigger on long after kind of one poor possession, and we've got Rainier out there now. A 4 wide receiver set, 2 stacked left, 2 stacked to the right. 7:04 left in the third quarter. Waco High trailing Belton 19-14. Waco High looking for their first win of the season. First district win under Kwame Cavil, and this is a handoff to Ridge up the middle. He's got some room, and he's dragged down at the 48 of Belton.
Huge hole right up the middle for Waco High. They untouched for about 20 yards.
They spread that Belton defense out on those stacked receivers set. A lot of room up there up the middle for Ridge, and now same formation. This is going to be another handoff to Ridge. Breaks a tackle at the line, gets ahead for a gain of maybe 3. Tough running by Ridge. I want to thank Tom Nesbitt for tuning in with, for texting in with the Austin High score. They lead Austin Aikens 35-8 at halftime. I think Tom, the DeShazo and Nesbitt halftime show doesn't take political stances, but I think the political rhetoric that was voiced by Matt Smith is in alignment with the DeShazo and Nesbitt law firm. This is a handoff right side to Ratliff, looking to get the edge. Not going to get it, but does get ultimately a gain of 2.
That's Tanner Holman from Belton on the tackle. Great tackle. An open field. He's a tough guy to bring down.
So it sets up 3rd and 5. 5:37 left here in the third quarter. Big third down here for Waco High. Again, they're traveling left to right.
We haven't seen much of Ratliff this drive. I suspect Ratliff might get involved in this play right here. He's set kind of off to the side.
Yeah, to Rainier's left. Handoff goes to Ridge, though, up the middle. Pushing, churning those legs, and he's going to get up they mark him a yard short of the first down.
I think they've got to go for this, Bryan.
Absolutely.
4th and a little under a yard.
Against a Belton offense that really hasn't been able to get anything going.
Waco High bringing in number 52, Garmin Newton, the senior lineman, to help with the push. Let's see if they go with the QB snake.
Yeah. 1 receiver right, 2 to the left, Ratliff to the left of Rainier and Ridge to his right. And the handoff is going to go to Ridge, running left side, cuts upfield, plants that leg, and it's going to be close.
I think he got it.
And we got a little bit of pushing and shoving afterwards.
Yeah, a little extracurricular activity after the play. The line judge comes in. We're a little behind the chains, so we don't have a great angle. They've not yet signaled, and they might be talking about what happened after the play now.
Well, Bryan, you mentioned they don't like bringing out the chains, and it appears they're not going to bring out the chains.
Yeah, it's like they have to pay the chain crew based on the number of times they come out on the field. So,
that umpire gave it the old closed one eye, looking down the ball line, and said, you know what? I think they got it.
I think they got it. So Waco High still in business here. Ball's at the Belton 38. Handoff, Ratliff coming right side. Gets across the line, gain of 2. And again, some pushing after the play, this time from a Belton player. And Kwame Cavil is kind of demonstratively telling that referee, he needs to put an end to that. I don't know that that's what he's saying, but I'm just going to assume.
What else could he be saying?
Yeah. And he's kind of still letting the line judge hear it. So 2nd and 8 now. 10 seconds left on the play clock, and Waco High really hadn't even 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They do get the snap off. Play action. Rainier throws right side. Caught by Wells at the 35. Immediately defensive back on him and pushed out of bounds.
Some more earfuls.
Yeah. Kwame Cavil is very upset about something, and likely originating from the previous 2 plays where the Belton players have kind of played after the whistle.
So that brings up 3rd and 7 from the 35.
2:55 left here in the third quarter. Waco High trailing Belton 14-19. Rania in the shotgun. Gonna hand off. No. Keeps it. Looks to throw right side. Throws right side. Short pass. Ball's kind of underthrown and incomplete. Was looking for Ramond O'Neal. So sets up 4th and 7 from the Belton 35.
A good route there from O'Neal. He had some separation.
Yeah, just a poorly thrown ball.
And it appears they are going to be going for it, kind of in that in-between zone again. You don't want to punt too long for a field goal. We'll see what they draw up here on 4th and 7. One running back split off to the side.
Yeah, 2 wide receivers right, 2 to the left. Ball's on the near hash. Rania hands off to Ridge, now hands back to Ratliff, running right side, and he's going to be tripped up in the backfield. Not going to get even to the line of scrimmage. Turnover on downs, and you don't really mind that. The alternative for Waco High is punting to a Belton offense that really hasn't been able to move the ball. So I don't necessarily fault Waco High for the decision to go for it there on 4th and 7.
They've got to stay conservative there. I think you're right on that, Bryan. Belton has not been able to drive the length of the field. All of their scores, I believe, have come on short fields.
Well, one came on special teams.
Yes.
One came on. Both of the field goals came on short fields, and then their touchdown there following the long fumble. Madden out there, throws right side. Oh, and hit hard, dropped at the 32. Great.
That looks like number 19. I don't see who that is, but he was all over that receiver, did not have a chance to go anywhere. Looks like a loss of about 4. Maybe number 18, Cavante Lilly, a senior defensive back.
I think you're right, Matt.
Yeah, it's hard to see the numbers up here. Waco High wearing those gray uniforms. They say on the Jumbotron that was Sean Corsi. But yeah, somehow his number is not on the roster. Go figure. Now 2nd and 13 for Belton. Madden's rolling out to his left, runs right into a Waco High defensive lineman.
Number 23, Tyrone Mitten, a junior linebacker.
Yeah, not a lineman, a linebacker, and huge loss for Belton.
He was attempted to be double-teamed there by Belton. He was able to get outside leverage, and the quarterback kind of ran right to him.
And I don't think we saw Tyrone Mitten in the first half, but he is out there now and making his presence known. I think he comes into this game as the leading tackler for this Waco High defense.
So with 3rd and 24.
Yeah. Hey, Brendon, run the numbers on the probability of picking up 3rd and 24.
Okay, just 1 second here.
Yeah.
Madden has not attempted many throws. You'd think he'd have to on the 3rd and 24.
He does not, though. He hands this one off to Smith right up the middle and nowhere to go. 2-yard gain at best, and so 4th and 22. And Brendon, you're the numbers guy. What do the numbers say on 4th and 22? You punt it here?
Well, it depends. Are we playing Madden?
Well, Madden, I believe, is heading to the sideline. Well, they do have Ratliff back this play.
But you meant Madden. You meant Madden the video game.
No. I was talking about the quarterback.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, on 4th and 22, Belton is going to punt. So Logan Smith stands at his own 13, gets that right leg into it. It's kind of a low spiraling kick, bounces at the 45, takes a little Belton bounce. Going to be spotted at the 43. So good field position for Waco High, and really on the decision to go for it on 4th and 7, they really only net lose about maybe 20 yards in field position. So 9 seconds left. There'll probably be one play here before we go into the third quarter. And if you're just joining us, Waco High trails Belton 14-9. The Lions took a 14-13 lead into half, but on their opening possession of the second half, fumbled deep in their own territory. And then Madden, the quarterback for Belton, took it 2 yards for a touchdown.
Reyna back in. Ratliff off to his left.
Yeah, 3 wide receivers right, 1 left. Ball in the far hash. And Rainey's going to hand this one off to Ratliff, coming right side. He's at the 45, got some room, 50, 45, out of bounds at the 40, all the way actually up to the 36, and that is the final play of the third quarter. So when we come back, Waco High with 1st and 10 at the Belton 36. You're listening to Waco High football on 101.3 FM. Belton leads Waco High 19-14, but the Lions kind of in business here at the Belton 36 on the Jerome Ratliff run around the right side. And, guys, we got an exciting finish, hopefully an exciting finish here in store as Waco High riding a 17-game losing streak, still looking for their first district win under Kwame Cavil, and they're in a good position here.
We sure do, Bryan, and I see that they'll probably be running Ridge constantly in this.
They should. I agree.
He's gotten the bulk of the carries tonight, he and Ratliff, and he's done a really nice job. Do we know how much Ridge had at halftime rushing?
Let me look at
the numbers. And crunch it.
And yeah, you got to crunch them. You can't just look at them. You got to crunch them. So Waco High with 1st and 10 at the Belton 36, now traveling right to left. 3 wide receivers left, 1 right. Rainier still in there at quarterback. He's going to throw left side, caught by Ratliff at the 38, up to the 35, breaks a tackle, 20, 15, 10, 5, and Ratliff is going to take this one to the end zone, and Waco High regains their lead over Belton, 20-19, extra point to come.
Just great design there by Waco High. They had plenty of blockers, and Ratliff, once he gets an open field and gets ahead of steam,
just can't catch him.
Can't catch him. He's electric in the special teams game, but when he's got open space like that, some great blocking there by the receivers on the left side, and if Ratliff just has to make one guy miss, he's capable of doing that. He does it and takes it 36 yards for the touchdown. Here is the extra point, and it is good, the Basara extra point. So Waco High now with a 21-19 lead over Waco High. 11:50 left here in the fourth quarter. You're listening to Waco High football on 101.3 FM. Jerome Ratliff gets his second touchdown of the night, and Waco High now with a 21-19 lead over Belton. Again, riding a 17-game losing streak, but trying to break that here tonight with the first district win under Kwame Cavil. First win of this season. It's been tough sledding all season long for Waco High, but this offense tonight has been able to put some drives together. The defense has held up great. Belton really has not been able to get anything going. They have 19 points, which is a little deceptive, but offensively has not been able to do much of anything. And here is the Basara. It's an onside kick attempt. Bounces off a Belton player at the 45. There's a scrum of players. No signal yet.
Waco High had every opportunity to jump on that ball. It looks like Belton picked it up. That was Gunnar Garrett, a senior wide receiver, that ended up with it. It bounced off a Belton player. Really kind of a scrum there for it.
Really bold call there by Kwame Cavil following the touchdown, trying to catch Belton off guard.
You know, it's not the worst play. Belton will take over at the 38-yard line of Waco High.
I think Kwame's saying, you know, you really haven't moved the ball very well.
That's right, 14 of Belton's 19 points. Well, 7 of them came on the special teams, and then 1 was from the 5-yard line. So outside of those, Belton hasn't done much.
So Belton with 1st and 10 at their own 44. Madden keeps it. Tackled in the backfield, slung down. Deshaun Fisher with a huge tackle.
Have we called his name a few times tonight?
I don't think so. I think it's his first series.
Brendon has the numbers on that.
Let me crunch that one more time.
Yeah, he's tallying it up old school style, you know, where you do the little sticks and then you cross it when you get to the 5. So Deshaun Fisher with the big tackle there. No, that's a loss of 1 on the Madden keeper. Now Madden pump fakes, throws deep down the left side. Great coverage, broken up by Waco High.
Hits the Waco defender in the face mask, it appears.
Yeah, he
kind of turned his head.
Well, he turned around at the last
interception.
I think he turned around at the kind of the last minute.
Right in the face.
Hey, you know, it's kind of funny, but it was great coverage. So 3rd and 11 here for Waco High. 11:14 left here in the fourth quarter. They lead Belton 21-19. Just a stellar defensive performance thus far for this defense. And now Madden looks to throw. Now just going to keep it. Got a lot of room up the middle.
Flag on the play.
Running for the sticks. Oh, he's hit hard. Ball's on the ground. And Waco High is going to get on top of that. But a flag came down in the backfield. Probably going to be holding.
Still fighting for it on the bottom.
They do signal Waco High first down. Still don't know what the penalty flag is, but they are signaling first down Waco High, and the sideline for Waco High is electric right now.
And Madden just got
he got lit.
Annihilated.
Yeah, there's no wonder the ball came out. He took a vicious hit as he was kind of running, trying to get that first down. Ball popped out, and a bunch of Waco High players around. So Waco High now, that offense is going to come back out onto the field at midfield for this offensive possession. .11:02 here left in the fourth quarter. Waco High. And now, Rainey's still in at quarterback. Ridge stands to his right. 4 wide receivers set. Handoff goes to Ridge, left side. He's got some room up the middle. 50, bounces outside to the 45. Back to the middle. Flag comes down, though, up to the 20 and out of bounds at the 11. There's a flag down at the Belton 40-yard line. I think this one's going to come back.
I'm thinking it's got to be a block in the back. He made an unbelievable move there at the 40-yard line. Looking at the replay, I really don't see anything. We'll be interested to see what the refs call.
Maybe a hold? What'd they call?
But, we also didn't see a fumble earlier, and they called that too. So, hey, they're picking the flag up. So the Ridge run is going to stand Waco High with the ball.
2 great cutbacks there. One at the 45, cut back inside, back to the 40, he cut outside. Wonderful running there by Ridge.
So the ball now is at the Belton 11. Waco High up 21-19. Rainier hard counts, then looks to the sideline. 4 wide receivers set, 2 right, 2 to the left. Ridge to his left. Shotgun snap, handoff is to Ridge, tackled in the backfield, dropped. Actually was able to get forward for a gain of 1. Belton kind of all over that play. Nice job by Ridge just to pick up 1 there. So 2nd and 9 now. Waco High can get a first down if they get to the 1-yard line. Taking their time in between plays here. 10:22 left in the fourth quarter. Now kind of a bunched formation here. This is going to be a handoff to O'Neal coming left side, breaks a tackle on the backfield, cuts upfield to the 10 and out of bounds at the 6-yard line. But a flag does come in the backfield.
Waco High is pointing at the Belton defenders. I'm not sure
what that could be.
What it could be in the backfield.
There was kind of a offensive lineman who ended up on top of a Belton player on the ground, and that's usually indicative of a hold, but
I don't believe that on the offense you can tackle the defenders. Not sure if that's what happened.
Yeah, I haven't read the rule book in a while, but I don't think you can do that.
You don't think so?
Yeah. They actually, I think he signaled a block in the back. So that's going to back Waco High up. Big penalty. 2nd down now from the Belton 20. Again, they need the 1-yard line for a first down.
2nd and 19.
I'll look for Ratliff here.
Yeah, Ridge in the backfield. It's been pretty much all Ridge all night. And now Rainier throws left side, caught by Abrams at the 15, pushing his way forward up to the 10 and out of bounds. Probably going to spot him out at the 9. Just a quick throw left side to Anthony Abrams, his first catch of the night.
Abrams, a big target out there. Had about 10-yard separation, was able to plow over a couple of the Belton defenders to pick up some extra yards.
Yeah, we don't really know our roster doesn't say how tall these guys are, but Abrams is definitely
I'm going to say 6'4", 210.
What?
Runs a 4.4 maybe?
I have no reason to question that. So it's 3rd and 8. Ball is at the 9-yard line of Belton, and Rainier is going to look to throw. Now he's got pressure in the backfield. It's going to be dropped, sacked back at the 19.
We kind of had the fake wide receiver screen there, and then Ratliff took off in the end zone. The Belton defense did not fall for it, though, and at that point the play kind of fell apart and nowhere to go.
Yeah, Kobe Trottinger for Belton just kind of came in unblocked, and this is going to be an interesting field goal attempt here. Sammy Basara will kick this from the near hash, right to left, from his 24. 34-yard field goal attempt. The ball is up. It has the distance, and it is good. Basara puts this one through the uprights, and so Waco High now extends their lead over Belton, 24-19, 8:29 left here in the fourth quarter. You're listening to Waco High football on 101.3 FM. The 34-yard field goal attempt. So now our score is 24-19. Waco High leads Belton.
I'm not sure if we've mentioned this, Brian, but the kicker is left-footed. Do you call a left-footed kicker a southpaw or a south? What would the correct term for that be?
That's I hope somebody out there listening knows the answer to that question and can text that in, or
a paw, I assume, refers to a hand
of a
bear paw.
Bears have 4 paws.
Yeah.
So I think that term can be used either way.
So the southpaw with the 34-yard kick to put the Waco lines up.
Extends the Lion lead to 5, 24-19. 8.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Great ball game here at Waco High, and here's the Basara kickoff. It's another low kick in the direction of an onside kick, a little bit too far this time, and Belton recovers this one cleanly down at the 35. This Waco High defense has played magnificently throughout the night. Going to need a couple more stops here to put this one away.
Kwame showing a lot of confidence in his defense, and with good reason.
Yeah, and I think also not wanting to risk, the possibility of some sort of fluke special teams situation where Belton gets an opportunity to return one. Just kicking a low line drive kick over to the side there.
The Waco defense has done a magnificent job on Ruben Jimenez. He has done nothing tonight.
Nothing. He has not even entered the game. The defense is shutting down so bad.
I don't think he can play. He hadn't been out there all night.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. All right, balls at the Belton 41, traveling left to right, and that's Luna trying to escape out to the left side, gets the edge up at the 45-50. Brendon's motioning like there should have been a hold. No flag,
now it looks like there's some flags for a late hit on Waco High. Waco High had 2 defenders in pursuit behind the line of scrimmage, and the block/hold from the Belton defender took out both Waco High players and allowed Belton to pick up some extra yards, and then
he slung it. He was probably 3 yards out of bounds and pulled him down after the play. Just completely unnecessary.
That's gonna put him.
So it was going to be a good gain to begin with, but add on 15 more, and now it puts the ball at the 32-yard line. Matt, you were talking about at halftime, Waco High's just got to stay out of their own way. Costly penalty here, puts Belton at the 32.
Let's see if they can regroup here. And
this Madden handoff up the middle, a lot of room. Unable to escape the linebacker, though. Tackled down at the first down marker.
And if it wasn't for Fisher, that would have been a touchdown.
The handoff wasn't Fisher. The handoff on that went to Javier Luna.
Naquan Mathis with the great play there. Touchdown saving play. They did pick up the first down with the ball on the 22. But Mathis did come in there with the touchdown saving tackle.
Absolutely. So 10 seconds left on the play clock. 7:45 left on the game clock. And Madden, handoff to Luna, spins his way out of a tackle in the backfield, gets ahead, gain of 6. Great run there by Luna. Just kind of ducked under the tackle from the Waco High defender, spun his way out of it. 24-19, Waco High leads Belton. Belton has already shown a propensity to kick the ball tonight. Logan Smith is 2 of 2 on his field goal attempts. They're in his range. He has a 28-yarder and a 20-yarder.
Heath Gullery, the senior defensive back, has gotten into the backfield the last 2 plays and almost made a play.
Madden in the shotgun snap. He's going to hand this one off to Luna, running right side, trying to get across the line. Gets ahead for a gain of maybe 3.
Player down, number 23.
Yeah, Tyron Minute is down on the ground after this play, kind of holding his right leg. Huge part of that Waco High defense. The play will kind of temporarily stop here while the training staff of Waco High tends to Minute. And,
he's back up.
Yeah, he's not down for long. He's walking off on his own power to the Waco High sideline.
Does look to be like a shoulder, maybe
Yeah, not really moving his right arm. So 3rd and 2. And even though Minute's off the field, we're kind of taking our time.
Trainers just...
Yeah, you know, guys need water, man. Need a water break. Big 3rd down here, 3rd and 2, 6:46 left in the 4th quarter. Belton at the Waco High 14. They need the 12. And Luna stands directly behind Madden in the shotgun. Handoff goes to Luna. Luna up the middle, upended, but across the first down marker, gain of 5. Had plenty for the first down at the 9-yard line. .6:25 left here in the 4th quarter. 24-19, Waco High over Belton. Belton trying to take the lead. Taking their time between these plays, though, letting a lot of clock tick off. Play clock now at 10. Same formation for the Tigers. Madden, handoff to Luna, up the middle. Gain of maybe 2.
Not much room there. Good job to stuff the middle by Waco High.
Yeah, and
Minute on his way back in.
Yeah, good to see him back out there, and Waco High subbing some other guys, some fresh guys in. Now that we're in kind of more of a goal line situation. I say goal line, ball's on the 7. 2nd and goal from the 7. You think they're going to hand it off here? That's pretty much all they've done all night.
Real quick.
You know, a play action pass
could be pretty effective, so you want to watch out for that.
I don't see that happening, though.
Madden hands this one off to Luna, running right side. Nowhere to go. Deshaun Fisher and that Waco High defense bring him down to the backfield. Loss of maybe 1. Loss of 1, so that's going to push him back to the 8-yard line.
Huge play coming up here for 3rd down. You would think Belton's in 2-play territory.
Game clock goes under 5 minutes. 3rd and 8. Well, 3rd and goal from the 8. Luna's still in the backfield. And now a timeout is going to be called by Waco High. Obviously a critical 3rd down situation here late here in this game, and Waco High wisely wanting to talk about this one a little bit as they lead Belton 24-19. And a pretty exciting second half here.
It has been exciting.
Not only because we've gotten to see a field goal, which, you know, I hate to tie all this together for you, but, you know, in pregame you were talking about how excited you were for some kicking tonight.
That's right.
With the exception of the blocked field goal, every other kick has gone through the uprights.
Yep, 2 field goals for Belton. A good field goal for Waco High.
Hey, Matt, how much they're doing the Bush's chicken dance cam on the scoreboard right now. How many chicken tenders did they let you get up here in the press box?
I had 4. They tried to limit me to 2, and I said, you know what? I've got big plans. I need my protein.
Yeah.
So
good for you. All right. 3rd and 8, big 3rd down here, 3rd and goal. Madden's got time. Now it's going to run it left side. Oh, and he's going to be pushed back at the 4-yard line. Not going to get it. Great defensive stand from this Waco High defense on 3rd and goal. So 4th and 4 now.
A little bit of miscommunication there between Madden had a blocker out there and his receiver, but his receiver came and tried to block a different guy, which freed up the Waco High defensive back to make the tackle, and it was a great tackle, one-on-one situation, and he made the tackle here on 4th down. Belton has to go for it.
So it was a big 3rd down. This is a huge 4th down. 4th and goal from the 4. Madden looks to throw. Throws right side into the back corner of the end zone. Oh, and just incomplete. Just overthrew his receiver. So Waco High is going to take over on downs. This Waco High defense again comes up big on 4th and goal. He had a receiver in the back corner of the end zone, just put a little too much on it, and it went incomplete.
Just a little too much mustard, as they say.
Still a tough situation for Waco High. They've got to run the ball out of this. They're down at the 4-yard line, but Belton...
Yeah, nothing easy about this deep in your own territory at the 4-yard line. With a 5-point lead, got to be really careful with the football here. And we've seen some bad snaps tonight. We've seen a fumble deep in Waco High's territory, coincidentally at the 4-yard line. And Nate Rainier comes in at quarterback. With the exception of the first possession of the second half, it's been all Nate Rainier here in the second half. 4:04 left in this game. 24-19 Waco High over Belton. Rain is going to hand this one off to Ridge, coming left side across the line up to the 10 and tripped up, brought down maybe just shy of the first down marker. Great run by Ridge to get out of that situation at the Waco High 4.
And a low snap there handled beautifully by Reyna. Could have been a disaster, but he got that, had the clean handoff to Ridge and bought them a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, I bet these Waco High fans, and I know I am, breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief now that they're out at the 12-yard line. They need the 14 for the first down. 2nd and 2. Kind of a bunched formation all along the line now. Ridge, dancing around in the backfield trying to get something. And he's just going to get up to the line of scrimmage. So no gain there on 2nd down. Sets up, actually, they give him, I think, a gain of 1. So it's going to set up 3rd and 1. 3:08 left here in this game. Belton with all 3 timeouts left. Waco High with 2 timeouts left. In no hurry to call this next play here. Again, same formation. And Rainey's going to hand this one off to Ridge. Trying to get across the line. It's going to be really close. And I think the line judges come in past the line to gain. Let's see if they measure it.
I have a feeling we're not going to see a measurement here, Bryan, based
on everything else we've seen tonight. There's some discussion going on amongst 2 of the officials kind of around the first down.
And they're going to give it to him.
It looks like there may be a penalty on the play as the teams are marching forward. I don't see a flag anywhere on the field.
Yeah, they didn't throw the flag, but the referee signals personal foul face mask, so they get Belton with a face mask penalty. It was enough for the first down to begin with, but now an extra 15. And so Waco High digs themselves out of that hole. 2:41 left here in this game, and
if you're not going to get the chains out, the umpire said, you know what? I don't want to chase my flag. I'm going to pull it out and show everybody, and then I'm going to stick it back in my pocket.
Being efficient here. 2:26 left in here in this game. Belton brings pressure. Handoff is to Ratliff, running right side up to the 30, 35, and then tackled down at the 36. Pickup of 7. If Waco High can get another first down here, of course, Belton still has all 3 timeouts, and now a flag comes in. 2 flags come in after the play.
And you hate to see that. I'm not sure who it's on.
I think that stops the clock. Jorge Ramirez.
And if that's on Waco High, that's although they're pointing at Belton.
But rarely is it the guy that started it that gets the penalty. And Belton has kind of been a couple of instances tonight of some late pushing, and the officials are kind of all huddled up conferring.
I would assume it's going to be offsetting.
It was a nice run by Ratliff on the right side. 2:11 left in this game. Waco High again coming in on a 17-game losing streak, looking for their first district win, their first win this season. and really putting together their most complete game in the Kwame Cavil era. It is going to be unsportsmanlike conduct. The official motioned something. I couldn't tell if he pointed in any direction, and then he kind of motioned like the penalty was declined.
It was almost, it looks like maybe an offsetting signal as Brendon prophesied earlier.
Yes, let me crunch the numbers.
So
looks like it's just going to be on Waco.
yeah, it's Brendon, I think you said it earlier, 62 Jorge Ramirez for Waco High.
And you just can't have that at this point of the game. Trying to put away the game for the first win of the season. A mental mistake there. Let's see if they can bounce back. They're still in the driver's seat. That does bring up, I'm not sure if they'll lose the down there.
Yeah, it's going to be, the chains say second down.
Looks like the ball's been placed at the 20-yard line, which will make it 19 to go. 2nd and 19.
Yeah, second. After some talking from the officials, we're about ready to finally have another play here. Ball is at the 19. Handoff is going to go to Ratliff coming left side. And he's going to be slung out of bounds at the 21. Another penalty flag comes in from the back judge. Probably going to be another hold. And just a breakdown here. Well, let's see. Before I editorialize here, let's see what the penalty flag is for. And it's holding on Jacquees Wells for Waco High.
I wouldn't be surprised. This actually gives Waco High an extra play if they accept it. It would still be second down, so not surprisingly they decline that to bring up third down. It is 3rd and 19, so Belton, I think, smartly declines that penalty so they won't have extra time to run off the clock.
And Belton still, again, with all 3 timeouts left, trailing Waco High 24-19, 152 left here in the 4th quarter, and now...
It looks like they're going to use their first timeout.
Yeah, the clock, they had started the clock up again, and Waco High could have let this run down to about 1 minute and 30 seconds. So Belton does. They elect to burn one of their 3 timeouts. So now both teams with 2 timeouts remaining, although obviously much more important, at least at this point of the game, for Belton.
I think Waco High's got to go conservative here. 3rd and 19. You've got to trust your defense. We haven't seen the punter yet today.
He is loose. He's ready to go. He's fresh.
Yeah, thinking a handoff here to Ridge or Ratliff. Is that what you're dialing up?
I'm going straight up the middle. Let's not give our guys a chance to hold again.
Yeah.
2 hands on the ball.
He's broken a few up the middle.
Yeah, there's been some room up there, and there have been a couple where you kind of sense that if he could have just made one more guy miss, he would have been gone. 3rd and 18 here, 150 left. Waco High trying to get their first win of the season and end this losing streak that goes back to September of 2018. 3 wide receivers left. Ridge in the backfield. Some confusion in the backfield. It was actually Mathis in the backfield. And Brania gets sacked back at the
15-yard line, and he's hurt. He seemed to be grabbing his shoulder. He may have fallen on that arm weird. He got tackled by about 7 Belton defenders.
And I don't get the play call there.
It looked like an option, and the quarterback and running back were not on the same page, which caused some confusion.
I mean, who knows what they were trying to set up there, but for the first time tonight, Naquavion Mathis was in the backfield at a critical juncture of this game, and so
Belton uses another timeout. 1:45 left.
Yeah.
Waco High will be forced to punt from the 16-yard line, so getting them back to about midfield would be as good as you could hope for.
Yep.
And it becomes a battle of
Yeah, Waco High is going to have to hang their hat on their defense, which has done the job for most of the night, just about all of the night. And Sammy Basara stands at his own 3-yard line. Need a good snap here.
The sophomore Seth Morgan at the 50-yard line, set to receive.
And now Kwame Cavil is going to call a timeout.
He wanted to make sure his punt coverage was...
Yeah, not only his punt coverage, but his punt blocking. It looked like Belton might be about to bring pressure there. And, probably saying, hey, whatever you do, just kick the ball. So 1:45 left. Now both teams, I think we've burned 4 timeouts in the last, 7 seconds of game clock. It's 24-19, Waco High over Belton.
My wife always says, really all you got to do is watch the last 2 minutes of the game. And you see everything you need to see.
Yeah.
And that's rang true in this game, it appears.
Has it?
I'm glad I watched the entire game.
Yeah. Hey, I'm glad you watched the entire game. Because if you had just shown up and put a headset on for the 15 seconds ago, we would have missed out on
so many kicks.
Yep.
Yes. Well, let's see if the Southpaw can get it done.
Well, Omar Espinoza is averaging around 31.
Sammy Basara in there to kick this for Waco High. And actually, I say Sammy Basara, they put, I think it's Jerome Ratliff back deep. It goes back to him, and he is actually running around in the end zone. He's going to take a safety. Wow. So interesting decision. That's going to make it a three-point game.
Which doesn't.
And Waco High will kick to Belton, who will have the opportunity to drive down the field and potentially tie this game with a field goal.
Interesting decision there by the Waco High Lions. I guess they wanted to pin the Belton Tigers down closer to the 30 to 35 and force them to drive into field goal territory. But they will have to punt the ball from the 20 rather than kick off from the 35. So that puts them back kind of at the same. They were going to punt from about the 5, and now they'll punt from the 20. Up 3 instead of up 5.
I'm going to have to think about that one.
Yes. I'm going to have to pull out my situational.
Yeah, Brendon, you're going to need to crunch a lot of numbers on that one.
If we could have maybe somebody that knows a little bit more about football than us call in.
Yeah, so it nets them. They would have punted from their 3-yard line. Instead, they're now punting
from the 20.
From the 20. And actually, they're not punting. They're actually teeing it off. Yeah. Keep forgetting that's how this goes in high school football.
Do they have the option to punt, or they get to choose?
I haven't seen anybody punt it in my limited career of calling high school football games. Okay. It's always been a kickoff.
Well, let's see. We'll see. There's always second guessing. You're either a genius
or the opposite of a genius. So 1:39 left. Waco High up 24-21 over Belton, and here is the Basara kick following the safety.
And he boots it down to the 23.
Oh, and he fair caught it. What was he thinking?
A mental mistake there by the Belton receiver. He probably just was surprised that the Southpaw kicked it that far. Southpaws aren't known for their kicking ability.
They're not known for kicking at all, because I don't think that term works that way. But so Belton,
that was Mason Ram on the catch. He's only a freshman.
Yeah, he acted like it.
When I was a freshman, I did some dumb things too. Not that was something dumb.
Yeah, just you might want to do it over again. Basically, is what you're saying. So ball is now at the 25. Waco High kind of dodges a little bit of a bullet there on what could have been a potentially big return. And so Madden now looks to throws over the middle. Got a man. Oh, and it's in and out of his hands. He had a step on the defensive back. The defensive back had kind of fallen down.
That was Seth Morgan, the sophomore receiver. Got his hands on the ball. He probably would have gone all the way if he was able to haul that in.
Yeah, there was nobody between him and the end zone. Maybe questionable as to whether or not he could have kept his balance, but 1:33 left here in this game. Waco High with a 3-point lead over 24-21. Belton with 2nd and 10 at their own 25, 1 timeout remaining. Madden looks to throw again. Got time, now runs out to his right side, throws right side. Receiver kind of being held up by a Waco High defender, no flag, incomplete.
Great coverage. There was nobody for Madden to throw to. He had one guy kind of streaking down, but he was about 40, 50 yards down the field. Madden couldn't make that throw.
3rd and 10. Belton obviously going to go for it if they can't pick it up here. Ball's at the 25-yard line, traveling left to right. 1:26 left in this game. They need a field goal to tie it. Clock is stopped after the incompletion.
Waco High staying aggressive on the defense. They're not playing prevent.
And here is the snap back to Madden. He looks to throw left side, now rolls out to his right side, throws right side, and incomplete. Looks like the receiver caught it, but it was out of bounds.
Tough call there for Belton. It did look like he caught it. Let's see here on replay if we can see a little bit more.
It didn't help his cause that he was right on the Waco High sideline, and it looks like his left foot, that left toe might have been on the line.
If that was reviewable in college, they would review it, but it ends up going Waco High's way, which brings up 4th and 10.
Huge 4th and 10. This is the ball game here. If Waco High can come up with a stop, 1:18 remaining, looking for their first district win. Up 24-21 over Belton, and here is the 4th down snap. Madden looks to throw. Oh, he's going to be brought down in the backfield. Sacked for a loss. And Waco High, this defense all night long comes up big.
It looks like that was Trenton Freeman, the junior defensive lineman, on the sack from behind.
And the sideline for Waco High celebrating like a team that hasn't won in 17 games, trying to get that monkey off their backs.
I think that was actually number 90, Jamarcus Carpenter. Let me run some numbers.
Well, whoever it was, a huge sack. And now Waco High can come out, and with Belton only having 1 timeout remaining, can kneel this one out, go into victory formation, up 24-21 over Belton. What a performance from this Waco High defense tonight, guys.
That's right, Bryan.
Great, thanks.
Truer words have never been spoken.
I like to do that to Tom all the time. He'll say something, I'll be like, yep. I agree.
So if Waco can hold on, they'll move to 1-6 in district. Belton will fall to 3-4.
Yeah, and Davion Long in there.
They're not lining up
following
in the victory formation.
Yeah, they are. Davion Long back there, he's just going to kneel this one out. Ratliff stood behind him. So 1:08 on the clock, and Belton's going to burn their final timeout.
1:08 left.
Just delaying.
Brendon, can you do some quick calculations and let us know?
You know how
Are they going to be able to run the clock out?
Actually, I do know this one. No, they will not be able to. Wait, yes, they will be able to, yes.
Brendon, you know how ESPN has that, like, win probability index, and, you know, it goes up and down?
Right.
What, you know, I know you're not an expert on the algorithms that they use, but what is the win likelihood index for Waco High right now?
At least 20 degrees.
Okay, not at all how percentages work, but thank you, Brendon.
You're welcome.
1:08 left in this game. Waco High will just have to kneel this maybe 2 more times now that Belton has burned their final timeout. It's 2nd and 16. At the Belton 31. Sorry, the Belton 26. Davion Long again in this kind of shotgun victory formation, kneels this one down. Clock's ticking, 1:02. 59 seconds, goes under 1 minute. Hey guys, you guys are going to have to come back for more games because you're clearly the good luck charms.
I'm busy next Friday, but after that, I'm wide open.
Okay. Well,
you know, your partner in crime, Joe Nesbitt, has let me know there are some other famous southpaws. I said there's not very many left-footed southpaws, but Joe Nesbitt himself is a southpaw.
Yeah.
Lionel Messi.
All right, enough about that. 30
Diego
seconds
Maradona. Morton Anderson.
And with 1 second left on the play clock, Waco High snaps this ball. Davion Long kneels it.
And that should do it.
That'll do it here at Waco High. Waco ISD Stadium. The sideline for Waco High just going crazy right now. Dancing around on the field. They're kind of, what's that called? Dogpiling around Kwame Cavil.